This conference will now be recorded.
So guys, what we have discussed in our yesterday class, guys, just a recap, 2 minutes recap. So we have we have seen what is object, okay, into Salesforce, and it is like a table. So in XML file, I mean to say, so this XML sheet, right? So we are calling as a tab, right? In Salesforce, we can call it as a object, okay, and here we can see we have prepared some data to store, so some kind of things, whatever it may be. So these are called columns in Excel sheet, but if you compare with Salesforce, these are called fields. Okay, so 1 second.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so and these are called rows in Excel sheet, and in Salesforce you can call it as a records. So that's we have seen, and after that one we have created one object called student object. Let me show you then. I hope everyone know how to logging into Salesforce, right? Good. So we have created an object called student, and how to go to that object and how to create that object. So click on the setup. I am repeating it again, guys. Okay, and search for objects, and only click on the plain objects, and here you can see new custom object. So by clicking on this button, and you can just provide a label name so that you can so create one object, and this is the object which I have created yesterday. Okay, cool. Okay, next. So this we have seen, and after that one, so we have created a tab. So how to create a tab? So object is used to store the data. Okay, but if you want to store the data, so what you need to use? Subba, I think issue is from your end, Subba. Okay, everyone is hearing my voice. Yeah, Subbu, నీకే లేని వాయిస్ అందరికీ ఉంది. Everyone can easily, I mean, they are able to listen. Okay, okay. So next we need to create a tab. So how to create a tab? So click on this one, and you can see here tabs, and from here you can click on the new button, and just select that object name which you have given, and click on next, next, next. Skip everything, I mean to say, don't think about those things. So those are all separate topics. Until save button, next, 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 finally save it. Done. Okay, once you created the tab, so the screen will be like this, and from here you can fill all the details by clicking on the new button. So this generally this is called a record page. Okay, so this is a record page. Okay, in that detail page is there. Okay, these are the technical names you need to remember. Edit page. Okay, this is edit page. You are editing, can you see? Student edit page, generally we can call it as a page. So record, this is one record, and record edit page. Okay, and here you can edit the details. Edit means you can modify, add new, all those kind of things we can do. So create a new okay, so names and address details, fill it, do it. Address you can, any address you can give, and click on the name, save button, so that third record will be created. So this is called detail. Can you see student detail? Student record detail page. Okay, so detail page and edit page, so totally it is a record page. Okay, and this is the detail page, just you can see the details, and if you want to edit, click on the edit button, and there are other options. I will tell you how to edit the record also. Okay, so click on the tab again, and you can see three records. So generally in Excel sheet we can call it as three rows, and these are three records. Okay, so cool. This is what we have discussed as of now. Okay, cool. Now, so how this tab name students plural label comes? Okay, how to see this one tab name, how it occurs, how it displayed? So what you need to do is click on the setup and go for object, click on the objects and open that object. So now you can see edit it. Let me show you here. So you have given plural label, right? So generally the plural label name should be the name of the tab automatically. System will take this one. This name will be tab name. Plural label name of the, what is the tab name? Tab name comes from that's it. Okay, plural name of the object, tab name. Good, right? Okay. So for now you can remember this one, that is enough. Next, once I explained fields, after that one I will show you what is, I mean, use of the API name and other things. Okay, in the fields we will discuss, and again we can come back and we will discuss the here also. Okay. Okay, next. So you know the fields. Yesterday I showed you how to create one field. Okay, and while creating the fields I showed you one thing called one page there, so data types are displaying, right? Okay, so let me go back to tab. In a new tab, open it. Okay, and click on the new button. Here you can see two fields. Here you can edit it, do it. This is the third field and you cannot edit it right now, leave it, later we will see. So student name. So this is already created by Salesforce. I will show you how to do it. Once we know the data types, you can easily understand everything. And this is address field which we have created yesterday. Okay, so like this fields, so we are going to create now. Okay, so let's do it. Let's create a country and those kind of other fields also. Let's, so if you want to create a field, you need to go to that object, right? So go to setup. See here I am repeating because you can remember in your brain, not in your notebook, and go to that object. Okay, and where you can create the field, on the object only you can create the field. So click on the, go to custom fields and relationships. So yesterday I showed you, right? Same way only, and click on it. Okay, now this is data type and you need to know what is this one. So yesterday I told, right, blindly just select text and create it. But now I am going to explain what is this data types. So for time being, you can leave these sections, okay, under this row, I mean to say this horizontal row, right? So below these data types are there, we will see these data types. What is what? Okay. So let me open any of the object. Let me show you. Click on the new button. Okay, so checkbox. If you select a checkbox, okay, if you select a checkbox, how it will be displayed? How it will be displayed? So here it is not there, and let me go to any other object records. I will show you once, then you can easily understand what is what. So can you see here? One checkbox is there, right? So it should looks like this one. So if you are going to create a field with a checkbox data type, the field, okay, looks like this one. This is the name which we are going to give, and this checkbox is like this only. Okay, so this is how it will display. That is called a checkbox field. Okay, so and the currency field is there, date field is there, date time. So what are the uses of this one? So now think about the business. Okay, we are running a business and we want to store your details. We are running a business and we want to store your business. Okay, store your details. So in this one, is fees paid is there. Okay, in this business, is fees paid field also is there. We want to store your details, whether he student paid the fees or not. Think about this one. To store that one, so we need to create a field. So which data type field I need to select? I need to select a checkbox only. Why, you know? So whether student, if he paid, we can select like this. If you don't paid, we don't select like this. So for business peoples to understand easily, so we need to select this field. That's it. So that's how this data type means. Data type, here name itself, it is meaning is there. Which type of data you are entering into the record, that is called data type. What is the data type? Which type of data you are entering into the Salesforce record, that is called data type. That will define by data type. So which type of data you are entering? So here if you select the checkbox, this kind of data you are entering. Okay, and if you select currency, what kind of data you are going to enter? Money related things you can enter with currency data type. Okay, and if you want to enter some money kind of things, so you can select this currency. And if you want to create some date kind of things, select date. Okay, so here it is not there, and where it is there, date, see here. Like this kind of things, if you want to do it, and you need to select that field as a date field. And the date time also same, only time will be displayed. And email, if I want to store students email, not only students, any business records, right? Email kind of things. Okay, then I can select email data type. And time being, leave it about the geolocation right now. And next, number. So number means it will allow only integers only. Okay, it will not allow more than that. So integers means generally where what we can use for integers, student number, okay, row number, like that we can use for number data type. I will show you guys. So right now just I am explaining in a high level what is what. After this one I will create one by one field and I will show you, don't worry. So next is what? Percent. So generally percent mean, so we can use not in this business, for other businesses we can use percentage kind of things, insurance kind of things, and any business banking related things, there we can use percentage also. And staff, how much percentage they are giving. So in those situations, okay, we can use this kind of field. I will show you here also, don't worry. Okay, next, phone. And if you want to store your student's phone number, then select phone. And next, pick list. So pick list meaning is nothing but a drop down. This is called pick list. If you select a field like this and if you create, so this will be like this. Okay, artwork, you can give any values. Okay, these are the given standard fields given by Salesforce. Okay, and if you want you can create it like this. Drop down is nothing but a pick list in Salesforce. Okay, next, pick list, multi select pick list also there. Here how many values you are selecting? Only one, right? But if you create a multi select pick list, you can select more than one value, more than one value. Okay, and next, text. Yesterday we have seen, right? Any text is nothing but a characters, you know, right? This is all text only. Whatever number, anything comes under text only, right? If you want to add like that kind of thing, data, then you can select text data type. So text area, so text and text area, text meaning like this, it will be there. Text means, okay, box will not be moved, but if it is a text area, box will be moved like this. Okay, box. And maximum how many characters, how many letters you can enter in text and text area. So 255 characters only you can enter, character or a single letter, single. Okay, so here also you can enter only 255 characters, and here also you can enter only 255 characters. What is character? See here, A, B, C. How many characters here? 3 characters are there. I have added one more thing, 4 characters, 5 characters, 6, 7, like that. So like that, maximum 255 characters you can add it, and more than that if you are trying to add, Salesforce will not allow you. And even here also, okay, even here also. So even numbers also comes under anything, character only. Okay, like this, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 20 something is there. Like that, maximum 255 characters you can add it, and more than that you cannot. Next, text area long. So here, how many characters you can add it? 1,31,000 characters you can add it. It is like this one only, same as it is, looks like same only, but it will allow up to 1,33 characters. That is the only difference. And next, text area rich. So text area rich also 1,31,072 characters you can add it, but the difference is, so if you enter a data here, okay, there is no style for this one, but if it is a rich field, there you can add some styles. Okay, and next, encryption means if you want to store any security kind of things like password kind of things, okay, with respect to students details, then you can use this one, encryption. Okay, and the time and URL, leave it. Okay, URL means website URL, you can add it. So if he comes from any company and if he has established some other websites, right, so you can just add that website URL also there. So this is the high level explanation about the data types, guys. Okay, and now we will see one by one, and the outputs also we will see. Even if some people have confusion, don't worry, we will see one by one so that it will be cleared. So first one, so take checkbox, one by one we will see. Checkbox, if I select a checkbox data type field, what will be happen? Next. Okay, so what is the field name? Is fees paid. Anything I can take it, no problem. Is fees paid. So we can add a question mark like that. Okay, now you can observe label name, guys. Okay, once you enter the label name, how the field name is taking, you can observe it. If you have any gaps here in the label name, that is filled by underscore. Remember that one, this is done by Salesforce and automatically it will fill. Suppose if you leave with gaps like this, so check here. What is this one? The custom field provided, so should contain like this without any gap like that, right? So what you need to do, system will not allow you and it will throw error. So what you need to do, just fill the gaps like this, or if you don't want like this, and do it like this also, your wish. This field name you can change it by your own. Okay, by your own. By default, if you give gaps, Salesforce will take underscores. That's it. It's not a mandatory like how it is. This is the label name, this is the field name. So observe this one and we will see the output also. Click on the next and skip everything. Next, finally save it. That's it. Don't even think about that part. Now you have created one field, and what is that field? You can see the label name of the field is fees paid with question mark, and API name KM. Okay, that I will show you now. So let's go to record. Now I want to create the record or update the existing record. So where I need to go? Go to student tab. If you want to update the record or anything, you need to go to student tab only. So open any one record, open it and edit the button. And now you can see what is this field. Field is this one. So is it a label name or is it a API name? Tell me, guys. It is a label name. You don't need to tell. Okay, it is a label name. Refresh it. I will tell. Don't worry. So you can see here. It is this is the label name of the field, and which is displaying on the record. Okay. Okay. And what is the output of the checkbox data type? So like this is the output of the checkbox. And use is what? If you check it, and business will think this guy paid the amount. If you uncheck it, this guy didn't pay the amount. Like that, for business it will work like that. Okay, next. Now we can come and see. So what are these? Field label name is used to display on the record. That we understand. So next, API name. So who has given API name? How it occurs the API name? So open that field. Okay, open that field. So this is what you have given, and the field name also you have given manually. Okay, and can you just search it? Okay. Did you observe under API name it is taking the field name plus underscore underscore C, it is concatenating. Okay, how API name is forming? field name plus this is called concatenation. Okay, underscore underscore C. Okay, suppose if field name is so std phone like that. Okay, and if you concatenate with underscore, this is the API name. Examples I'm giving. Okay, next if field name is email. Okay, and it should concatenate with underscore underscore C. So these are all API names. Just Salesforce will add underscore underscore C. So it represents, it is a custom field. C means what? Custom field. I will tell you what is custom and standard once you are familiar with all these kind of things. Student phone and like this. So API name is forming from the field name only. At the end of the field name, so Salesforce will add underscore underscore C. That is called concatenation. Okay. So that's how API name will form. So what is the use of API name? API name is used in coding. For now, you can remember API name is used in coding. Remember like that, leave it. Okay, that is enough for now, time being. Okay, now label name is used to display on the record. Okay, so let's write it here. API name is used in coding and label name is used to display on records. Okay, so with respect to fields, good. Next, so select it, save it. I have, see here, this guy paid fees, and go back to another record. Go to Ali record. Okay, edit it, and he also paid. If he paid, like that, select it. So business peoples, right? So generally, who will use Salesforce? Business only will use Salesforce. Okay, and suppose if I am the businessman, I can go over here. Okay, and I can so just select this one if he paid. Okay, like that. Okay, and if I say, if I have seen like this, so I think okay, we did not pay the amount, like that I can think. So like that, so these data types will be helpful for business. Okay,
Sir, Dinesh
I,
here.
yeah, what is the question?
Sir, APIs were auto-created by SF Salesforce, so we have
Yes,
nothing to do with API, right? Or else
yeah,
there will be any use of API names. I mean,
that's I told, right? What is the use of API name?
using coding, yes.
Yeah, that's I
Uh,
told, right? You can use API name in the coding. So whenever it is needed, I will tell you. Actually, so going forward, few topics are there called formulas. So there you can see what is the use of the API name. Okay, definitely usage is there for the API name. That is the reason Salesforce is created. Right now, it is not used. Right now only. Think, okay?
okay, okay.
But who will create? Salesforce only will create API name based on the field name. Remember that one.
Yes.
Oh.
What is the use of field name?
To create API name. There is no usage of the field name. Remember that point again. To form the API name, you
Is
need field. Okay. To form
excuse
the
me,
API
is
name,
it okay? Hello,
you cannot use
hello.
field name anywhere, guys. Remember that one. You cannot use field name anywhere. You can use okay label name for display purpose and API name for coding purpose. Only two things you are going to use. Apart from this, nothing you are going to use here,
Hello,
including field name also. So field name is the basic
hello.
for the API name, to prepare the API name. That's it. Okay. What is the use of DNA for our to form our human body? DNA is needed. So I think DNA is the field name, and our once it is established, that is called API name. Think about this one. Okay. Apart from this, no usage, and we don't use that one also. Next, back to student object. Okay, so third one is what? Data type. So you can see here, just now I have created a checkbox field, right? What is the data type of that one? Checkbox. It is telling here itself. Okay, and next, who created this one? Who means user. I have logged in, right? I only created modified. Okay, so now we have seen everything. What is the field label name, API name, so data type. Okay, leave it about these two, modified. That's it. Okay. I think we are good, right? Next, so like this we can create some other fields also. Country. Now I want to add country. So country meaning is, see, if I want to create a country field, so see here, generally in worldwide how many countries are there? So many countries are there. India, USA, UK, China, Pakistan, so Britain, Italy, whatever it may be. So many countries are there, right? Okay. So I want to store all the countries like this. Okay. So like this. If I select, before going to select a country, it should be like this only. Country name here. And I think you can see that one in so many places, right? Country names, all names, and you can select any country. Okay, like this kind of thing I want to create for country one. So how to create it? So go to how to create the field, setup, again navigation. Even though I have here, I am not showing directly. And search for objects, repeating again and again. See here. Okay, go to student object. Okay, click on the custom field, new one. Okay, and come to don't touch above. Those are later we will see. And second, so where is the next one? Pick list. Okay, so country field I want to display like a drop down. Drop down in Salesforce call as a pick list. Remember, okay? Like this, if I want, this is called drop down. So drop down in Salesforce called pick list. Name only changed, but the functionality is same. How the drop down is working same as pick list. Just in Salesforce we are calling a pick list nicknames. In outside we are calling drop downs. Same person with different names. So select pick list and click on the next button. And what is the field name? Country, right? Okay. So select country. Next. So here you can see two values, right? Select the second one. So you don't use this one first. Okay. Select the second one. And here you can provide the values. Suppose whatever values you have provided, those values are here displayed in the drop down. Open not contacted, working contacted, closed, closed not con. These are four values. So how these four values are displayed? Because those values are added here. Understand? So like same way here also we can do. How many countries are there generally? Give it first India, USA, and Indonesia. People also there, and UK, Russia. You just giving sample random. How I am giving, you need to understand. So please don't put any commas, okay, and don't add side by side like that. Remember that point. Don't add side. Whatever value, if you enter right in a single, so this is one value. This is another value, okay, and this is another value. And if you put comma, that comma also will be displayed over here. Okay, so let me show you. I'm just putting commas and India, so USA, like this. Okay, see, for one thing I have shown, I'm going to show you how the output will looks like. Okay, and for other thing, UK, so China. Look, see how the output will be displayed. After that one we will change this here. Okay, so one value, second value, third value, fourth value, fifth value, totally 5 values will be displayed. Okay, and you want to display in a alphabetical order. So here what is the order? Alphabetical order. If you want right now it is not in an alphabetical order. So all order means what? Top to bottom. See here. So C is the first letter, right? And next to O, after that one W, right? It is not displaying in that order. Okay, but if you want to display in an alphabetical order, okay, and you can select this one. And if you don't want to display in alphabetical order, so like this only it will be displayed there. Whatever you have displayed, same way there also it will be. And leave it about all the kind of things and just click on the next button. Okay, leave it next. Save. You have created a third field. So what is the field name, guys? Custom fields, and country is the label name. And see here, country underscore underscore C is the API name. Data type is pick list. Okay, now I want to see the output of this one. So go to the tab and see the record. Students, any student open it. Ali, I have opened, edit it, and you can see here country. Can you see the drop down? So in the drop down, by default none will be added. Don't worry, Salesforce will add this none, and the remaining you have added. Whatever you have added there, so those are displaying over here. So India, USA, see here in the first line, second line it is third, fourth, fifth. I told you, right, in a single line you have added, that will be added as a single value. These are called values, value 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And this is the order I have given, so the same order is displaying here also. Okay, now I want to remove this USA comma and UK comma China comma also. I want to display like this, Indonesia, UK, and like this. So how to do it? So you need to go to the field again, pick list field, you need to go to again. So where is that one? Click on the setup again. You need shortcut is there, guys. I will tell you shortcut going forward. Okay, you no need to go and come like this, you no need to check on shortcuts are there. Go to student object, and what is the field, guys? Country field, right? So here, so just click on the country field. Okay, and bottom, can you see values? These are the values you have added. So Indonesia, USA, one value, another value, like that, right? Okay, and here also API name is there, and that will be also used in the coding. Okay, so I want to change this one and this one. So edit it and change, remove it and remove it. Okay, and save it. I have changed one value, and if you want to see the reflection, right? So go to students in a new tab, open it, open any of the record, edit it. Okay, you can see here. So first one, India. So previously India comma USA is there. I have removed that one. It is reflecting over here. Okay, now go back to the field again, change other field also. So this field I want to change, make it as a right way. So edit this one and remove all these things. So remove it and save it. Now you can see over here. So perfectly fine, USA, Indonesia. So now just refresh the record. Okay, you can see that it is reflecting. Not only on this record, in all the records it will be displayed. So Abhi, I showed you, right? Go to Ali and you can see here. Okay, same order. And go to third record, edit. You can see here. Okay, select any country, India, like that, save it, no problem. You can see the output. This is what record detail page, and if you click on the edit, that is called record edit page. Okay, Ali. Okay. Just next, select any country, USA. Cool, right? So like that you can work. Next, so
మోహన్ గారు,
yeah,
ఇందాక ఏపీఐలో అండర్ స్కోర్ వచ్చింది అన్నారు. ఇప్పుడు కంట్రీలో అండర్ స్కోర్ రావట్లేదు ఎందుకండి? ఏపీఐలో
ఎందుకు రాలేదు? వచ్చింది కదా,
రాలేదు కదండి.
ఇదేంటి?
కాదండి, ఇందాక మీరు ఏపీఐలో ఎడిట్ చేశారు కదా నేమ్స్, ఇండియా అండర్ స్కోర్ సి రావాలి కదా మామూలుగా ఏపీఐ
వాల్యూస్ లో రావు. ఓకే వాల్యూస్ లో అడుగుతున్నావా వాల్యూస్ లో రావు పిక్లిస్ట్ వాల్యూస్ లో రావు ఇది ఫీల్డ్ కాదు ఫీల్డ్ లో ఉన్న వాల్యూస్ ఇవి వీటికి ఇవ్వరు ఓకేనా ఇది పిక్ లిస్ట్ ఫీల్డ్ కాదు పిక్ లిస్ట్ లో ఉన్న వాల్యూస్ ఇవి గుర్తుపెట్టుకో ఓన్లీ పిక్ లిస్ట్ కి ఈ ఫెసిలిటీ ఉంటుంది పిక్ లిస్ట్ లో ఉన్న వాల్యూస్ కి ఏ పేరు ఏముంటది అవి నార్మల్ గా మీరు ఎలా ఇస్తే అలా తీసుకుంటది దానికి అండర్ స్కోర్ సి ఉండదు మీరు ఫీల్డ్ నే కాల్ చేస్తారు మీకు రియల్ టైమ్ లో కోడ్ లో వాడేది ఫీల్డ్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి ఫీల్డ్ ఇవ్వగానే ఇవి బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ లో డిస్ప్లే అవుతాయి అవి చెప్తాను గోయింగ్ ఫార్వర్డ్ మీకు చూసే కొద్దీ వస్తుంది బట్ ఫర్ ఎవర్ క్వశ్చన్ అండర్ స్కోర్ సి విల్ నాట్ బి యాడెడ్ టు పిక్ లిస్ట్ వాల్యూస్ so that underscore c will be added to only fields okay
Hello.
next
So, hello.
yeah
So, if we are working on real-time project and it is mandatory to include all the country names, so we have to manually write all the country names in the boxes in the field sections, or we can directly automate or autofill it from somewhere else.
so
I
you
mean,
have
there are
seen the second option right you have seen the second option from global so with the help of code that you can do it some kind of
okay,
mechanism automatically you can just use that first option you can do it
okay. So I
okay
don't have to manually fill every country's name to fill in the
yeah
pick
no,
list.
yeah no
Okay,
need
okay, cool. Thank you.
generally so very rare projects only you get a chance like that okay the remaining things right not only for country for other things also we can use it any
Yeah. Yeah.
field if you want to display as a drop down kind of thing so then select a pick list and provide the normal values
Okay, cool.
automation also
will
there
will you able to create a dependent pick list if I am selecting the India? I want to see only India cities. If I want to select the USA, I want to select only USA cities. Is it possible dependent pick list like this?
what is the question can you say it again
So as per my requirement, I will create one pick list, sir. Okay, two pick
okay
list I want to create. If I'll select India or if I'll select Telangana, I want to see only Hyderabad, Warangal, something like that.
yes
If I
it is
want to
possible
select Andhra,
yes
oh
yes
okay,
I understand yes it is there the topic is called field dependency again that is one more topic so as I said right everything is possible with the help of Salesforce so we don't worry about those kind of things going forward
okay,
you will
sir.
see that
Okay, sir. Thank you.
okay yeah welcome so cool right so next one address is completed this one state again so that's we are going to see state okay state also so for different countries different states are there right so we can add states in a drop down kind of things so like this we can add states also we can add like this and business can select any state for that student so once all these fields are completed right I will explain I mean say on Monday I will explain about the so project which you are going to so work in our training it is a simple project and easy to understand by everyone okay I will just explain brief introduction about the project business things and going forward we will work based on that one only okay so next so state create a state field so again state field you need to create on which object you need to select so go to over here custom fields click on new button state also pick list I told right drop down select the pick list next button state and enter values and what are the states you want to enter provide it so don't put commas and don't whatever you have added in a single line that will be displayed as I said right AP, TN shortcuts I am adding okay and the next it's Maharashtra so USA state New Jersey I'm just giving a dummy names, guys. So okay, London.
Can we see that use global pick list value set option?
Right now, no. That includes some kind of package kind of things, mechanism.
Okay.
I will explain that one later. Don't worry. Not now. I will show you. So they added some kind of random, some kind of states. Okay, cool. And if you want to display in alphabetical order, you can display it your wish, or however order if you want, you can add it that order. And see here field name state, and if you want to change the field name, you can change it student state underscore. I have added right state. And now what is the API name? So API name should be like underscore underscore C. Okay, it will be added based on the field name. Okay, next. Click on next button. Leave it now. Next until save button. Saved. Done. So I have created a field. Label name is state and API name is student state underscore underscore C is added, and data type is pick list. So now go to students tab and open any one of the record, edit the one and select. So label name is displaying. Can you observe it only? So label name is displaying. Just refresh it and you can see here. So label name is displaying on the record and API name is not displaying. And the values which you have given same order only it is taking. Take it any order, select it, save it. Okay, now I'm adding, see here, fields one by one and I have values also. So like that you can update all the records. Business peoples, I can update all the records. So all students data I can update it like this. I'm not updating right now, so you can do it later. Next, how much fees paid? Okay, how much fees paid? You can see over here. So how much fees paid? Generally, amount only you are adding. Money related things you are adding, right? So money related things means you need to select one data type that I will show you. So that is a field you are going to create. So you need to go to object again. So setup, search for objects. Guys, let me know if you are okay with this navigation. I will tell you the shortcut. And student. Okay, click on new button, create a new one and come down here. So I told you, right, money related things you need to select currency data type, which data you are going to enter into this field. So currency related things, so select currency only, click on next button and what you want to add, how much fees paid. So give capital letters. How much fees paid, right? Okay, cool. Okay. C API name, field name automatically underscore underscore C, it is added. And if you want to change, you can change it like I said. Now length 18 and 0 they have given, maximum length is 18. So 18 means in that field how many you can add amount related things. Suppose it is annual revenue amount, how much you can add. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18. Okay, and maximum 18, this is called 18 length. Okay, 18, that is called length. So these many numbers you can add it, that is called 18. Suppose if I said 16 means, so remove two of things maximum, and if I said dot decimal places, after decimal places add 2, what is this, dot and 0 0 will be added. And if you want to add paisa also you can add it. So by using this decimal places you can add your paisas also. So that means, see here, if a student paid suppose 8090 paisa. Okay, there is no value for the paisa, but in a bankings they can use it. So paisa. So how to store that paisa? So you can store like this. So 80,000 he paid, right? 80,090 paisa he paid. So like this we can store. Okay. So this meaning is what? 16, maximum 16. It is not mandated, maximum 16 like characters, and more than 16 letters or numbers you cannot enter in this one. That's what that meaning. And 2 decimal places automatically taken, you can enter it. Okay, that is the meaning. So next, click on the next button. Next, finally save it. I hope with this field everyone is able to understand the navigation. So next field we will give some more idea. So next is what? So how much fees paid? I have added, and API name is this one, and data type is currency, and values are 16 and 2. So before dot 16 maximum, letters you can add it. After that only 2. So let me check now. So go to students tab and go to any one of the record, or if you want you can create a record. So as of now you are editing record like this, right? So you no need to edit like this also. Directly how much fees paid is the right. So can you see the pencil mark? See here, pencil mark, right? That meaning is you can edit this record. Just select it. Okay, double click on that one. So automatically you can enter the values. 95 paisa and save it. So both are same only. So by default it is taking currency. So currency is taking from, okay, I have given currency setup by default. Okay, by default currency is US currency, and if you want you can change the currency. After fields, right, we can see the currency also, multi-currency. Okay, dollar symbol is there, so we are calculating in the dollars only here. So double click on the country and it will be like this. You can add whatever you want to change it to Indonesia, save it. So this is called inline editing. So what is this called? Inline editing. Inline. You are editing the record in line itself, line by line you are editing. In this line itself you are editing. In this line itself you are editing. In this line itself you are editing. But you cannot edit these things. You cannot edit. Why? So can you observe here? Lock is there, key. If it is there, these fields are called read-only fields. That meaning is what? You cannot modify the data on this one. That is called the lock symbol. It is locked. You cannot open it. It is locked. That is the meaning. And okay. So same way, if this is also locked, see the symbol. And if pencil is there, that meaning is what? You can modify it. That is the meaning of this one. Okay. Pencil is represents modify it. Lock symbol represents don't modify it. You cannot modify it.
Sir Dinesh here.
Yeah, Dinesh.
For suppose if we are in a team, all right. I want to do some changes, and my colleague also want to do some changes after I have done some modifications. So in that case, how would be this scenario would be possible?
Which scenario? So you have modified this data, and your colleague came and he modified it. It will take latest value.
All right. So how the credentials and how the details will be shared among us? That's my concern.
So with respect to that point, here security kind of thing here. So for each user, okay, for each user, they will buy one user license, right? So they will give separate user licenses in the same org. So this is a separate topic. I will explain during that time. So right now, if you don't understand, leave it. I'm just telling about some other guys. Okay, for our question, so whoever modified, that name is there here, and we can track which data is modified. So previously what field value is there, and right now what value is there. We can track everything. And if you want to restrict your friends to modify this one, you can restrict it. So all things are possible. Clear?
Okay, that topics falls under security.
Yes, security, sharing and securities. That is a separate topic, and this is not right time to explain those things.
Okay, all right. Thanks.
Hi, sir. I have one question. So,
Yeah.
if we want to edit all the records at once to update, I mean,
Okay.
some field, like I mean, common field, which is common for all the records, is it possible?
Yeah, it is possible. You can edit. No problem. So that is a separate feature. So that feature you need to enable it. Once you enable that feature, you can do it that one also. So that comes under again separate one. Possible that one also. So
Okay.
where you can do generally, here only you can do. Okay. Here you can just put the field in. So here itself you can do it that one. Okay. Next. So courses, right? Next go to courses. So let's see here. Students, you are the students. So you can join, you are not only joined for one course, you can join for different courses also. Say some people join for Salesforce admin, some people join for Salesforce admin and development also. So like that, SFDC admin development. Okay, and some people join in this VLR training Salesforce and communication languages also. Think about this one, spoken English, you can say it as. Monday I will explain the project, guys, don't worry. Yeah. Okay, so persons can join like this, right? So in this institute, so these institutes are using your details like this, they are storing here. Suppose how to store these kind of details. One student can join more than one course in that institute. How can they track these details? So in this situation, you need to use multi-select pick list. So you need to display, however, so all the courses which are available in this institute, and you need to use multi-select. So let me show you how it will work. So go to that object. So how to go to the object? Setup, object, and object. So open object, and here click on the new button. Okay, what is the pick list? Multi select. So more than one value you can select it, that is the meaning of multi select. Next button. So what is the value, guys? Courses, right? Joined values you can give. So this institute is offering different courses, right? Give Salesforce admin, development. Think about just giving a dummy data, guys. Okay, and you can see visible lines and field name. Okay, leave it. So visible line, leave it as is, 4 numbers, remember that one, and click on the next button. Don't do anything. So as of now, what we have done with pick list values, same thing we are doing here also. Click on the next button. Okay, next, finally save it. Done. So come to the field which you have created. So what is the field? Courses joined is the field label name, and API name is this one, and it is a pick list data type, but it is a multi-select pick list. Now work on this one. So go to students, open any record. So you can see here courses joined, right? Refresh. Field label name courses joined. Okay, and values which you have given, so these are the available values, but how many are displaying? 1, 2, 3, and available also one more, so totally 4. I showed you, right? Remember that one, 4 visible lines. So how many visible lines? Visible lines 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and available also one visible line, that's called so visible lines. Okay, and if you want you can change the visible lines, no problem. Okay, now suppose Ali joined for Salesforce admin and development, select both and save it like that. Okay, it is when we are working with the tabs, right? For applications in our first class, overview class, we have seen same kind of thing, right? So here also that is called multi select. Multi means more than one, you are selecting more than one pick list value, so that is called multi. Select multiple values. Okay, save it. So it is like, see here, colon separated with, each pick list value is separated with semicolon. Okay, separated with semicolon like that. Clear? If you select third value, after this value semicolon will be there and third value will be displayed like that. So this is called multi-select pick list. Okay, nothing. Next, phone number field, phone number data I want to store. So let's go over here. So I think everyone is familiar with navigation setup objects. If you want to create a phone number field, and like that you can go. And the shortest navigation is, so can you see quick access menu here? Click on this arrow symbol. So this is called quick access menu. As of now, why I didn't explain this one? Because you should be familiar with normal navigation, standard navigation. And once you are familiar with, I thought you are familiar with that one. So that is the reason now I am going to the shortcut. So if you open, quickly you can access it. Fields, object, see here, and click on, if you object, right, it will take you to object detail page. If you click on the fields, right, it will take you to the object detail page, but directly it will open the field section. So we will see one by one. So click on the view object. So this is called object detail page. I told you, right, object, so detail page, this one. And this is record detail page, and this is record edit page. So 3 points are there, technical names: record edit page, record detail page, and object detail page. Okay, 3 pages you need to. How to go to object detail page from the record? So just click on this one and go to object. So now you can see where is my, so it will display the object detail page, and if you come down you can go to this one. Okay, good. Now what is fields? So click on it, no problem. So directly it is taking you to that section, focusing this section directly, but you are in the object detail page only, but directly the section will be displayed. That is the only difference, quickly going to the section in that object detail page. How simple it is, a shortcut. Okay, now few people might have a question, definitely. Okay, so the question is, suppose if I am in products tab, if I click on this quick access menu, can I go to student object? No, you cannot go to student object. What is the tab name here? Product tab name. So if you click on the object, it will take you to product object only. Who has created this object? Salesforce created these objects. We will discuss these objects later. Okay, okay. Now think, I am on account of tab. Okay, I am on account tab. So if I click on this one, if I click on the view object, which object it will take? It will take you to account object only. So click on this one, you can see account object. Okay, close it. So like that, suppose I am on students 2 tab, and if I click on this quick access menu, it will take me to student 2 object. Can you see APN? So I hope everybody understand. So navigation, Okay, quickly navigation. So go to students tab, and from here also you can go to object, no problem. And from record also, record page also you can go. It will display there and here also. Both are same only. It will take you to that shortcut. So this is a quickly accessing the data, quickly accessing the navigation. That is the quick access menu. Quickly accessing. Okay, quickly accessing. That's called quick access. That's why the name they have mentioned like that. If you click on the turn off menu, it will go away. Okay. Next. So go to that object, create a next field. So what is the next field, guys? Phone number field, student phone number I want. So phone number, 1 second. Okay. So student phone number want to store. So you need to select phone data type only. For phone related things, you can select phone data type. So click on the next button. Okay. So here you can add that phone, copy this one. If you want, you can give student API. Okay. So click on the next button. Next. Save it. Okay. So now you have created a phone. So label name is phone, API name is this one, and data type is phone. So now go to tab directly. Go to students tab. Okay. Open any one record. Okay. Either inline edit, do it, or edit the full record, however you want. This is the record edit page, and enter phone number, dummy number like that, enter it and save it. Okay, one student record, his fees paid, select and save it. Okay, that's how phone number. If you give a proper format, it will display sometimes, right, proper format. Okay, now it is not displaying. Sometimes it will display proper format if you give a proper phone number, because the data type is phone number. Next, email address. Okay, I want to store email address. These are simple things, right? So next, what you need to do, quickly go there, quickly go to fields. So click on this one. One more new point we will see, because these are all common things, right? That is the reason. So you need to select email data type. Okay, now I am going to show you one more new extra feature. Okay, so you can add email address. Okay, so now you can see, can you see here different options are there, right? Required or unique or external ID, whatever it may be. So just check required. Okay, check required, we will see the output. Click on next, and finally save it. So you have created a field called email address. Where is this one? Email address is the label name, API name, email is the data type. Okay, and it is required. Remember that point. It is required. So go to the student tab, and so open it, edit it. Okay, so did you observe a red mark here? So for all the fields there is no red mark, but this field there is a red mark, except this one. Leave it now. Okay, so this is the red mark. How it came? Why it came? You know, I mentioned this meaning is what you can see over here, required. If you don't fill this one, and if you try to save it, system will throw error. You must enter a value. That is the use of this one. That means what? This is the required. If you want to update or save any record, you must enter a value on this field. Okay, that's how required is. So now go over here where I have added that required, guys. Open the email address, and here I mentioned it is a required. That is the reason it is displaying. Okay, so email address, give any email address, save it. Okay, like that. Okay, and you have not updated any records, so you don't get any errors. Suppose if you try to update the record, definitely you will get errors. See here, for all the records, this is a red mark. Like that you can update other records also. So that is called required. Okay, next. Address, temporary address, temp address. Okay, permanent address, temp address, all those details I want to store. So I want to store temp address. So address, right? So it looks like how I want to give. So normally, so let's go there. Create a field. Okay. Okay. So address means it is having lot of data, you need to enter it, right? So much more data you need to enter. So for that one, so text kind of thing you are going to enter. Address means what? Generally a text. So something Hyderabad or Chennai, whatever, comma, 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 like that you can put it, right? So generally what I want to go, I mean, what I'm going to do is text area I am going to use it. Okay, text I showed you, right? So if you enter anything, edit it. If you enter anything, it will be displayed in a single line. But if it is a text area, you can so extract that one, you can see all the details. That is the benefit of the text area. So address I can enter with the help of text area. Okay, so click on the next. So let's give temp address. Okay, so one more point I would like to tell you, help text. Okay, so here please enter students address. Okay, so let's remember, I will show you where it will be displayed, help text. So we are going one by one very slowly. Okay, click on the next button. Next. Save it. Okay, come down and you have created a temp address and the text area 255. So go to tab, students tab, and open any record and edit the record. So you can see here temporary address, temp address. Sometimes see here, institute peoples don't know how, what is the address we want to fill, what students address we need to fill. If institute persons will get confused, right? So in that situation, so they can go with this question mark symbol. So for all other fields there is no question mark like that, only for this field question mark is there, because see here, what is there? Please enter student's temporary address. Can you see? So from where it is coming? From where I have entered in the help text for that field. So open this field. Okay. In the help text, I have provided this one. So that is the reason question mark is there. It is helping to business peoples to enter a proper data. Okay, to enter a proper data. So let's see, as provided Australia, right? Like that. Yeah, I can do it. Melbourne. Okay, like that we can enter it, and if you want you can drag and drop it. So that is the benefit of text area long, sorry, not long, text area. It, these are all normal text, but this is a text area. Okay, you can expand, do it however you want, and save it. Australia, Melbourne. This is the temporary address. So if institute people see in these details, right, they can see easily understand, oh, this is the temporary address of the student. So that's the use of the help text. Clear? So we have entered these fields, right? And for now. So this is enough, and Monday, so we will create the remaining fields, and I will explain about the project, and after that one we will see work on the standard objects, custom objects, standard fields, custom fields, those kind of things. Okay, so as of now, what we have discussed. So in today class, just a recap. We have discussed by creating the few of the fields, guys. So different data type of the fields we have created. So what is the data type of, what is data type? So why we need to select data type? So we need to tell to system which data you are going to enter into that field. So based on that data, you need to select the data type. So the data which you are entering, so will be tell by data type. Okay, and different data types are there. We have seen checkbox data type. See here for checkbox kind of things. Open any one record. Okay, this data type we have seen, and address we have seen, text, and country, this is a pick list, and values are added, and state pick list values are added, and how much fees paid. So currency related things we have added over here, and the decimal places we have seen, and a normal we have seen, and course joined, pick list but multi select, so more than one value we can select it. And we have seen phone number data type, we have seen email data type, we have seen, and in that required fields also we have seen. And one more question you can have, can I make all fields as a required? So almost all data types you can use required, also you can make it other fields also. Okay, if required option is there on all other fields, you can make it as that. I will show you on Monday also. For other fields also we can make a required also. And after that one, so we have seen help usage is this one we have seen, and the text area we have seen. The remaining data types we will complete on Monday. Okay, this is what we have discussed. Are we good, or any other questions?
This
Sorry,
conference
one
will
point
now
I
be
have missed.
recorded.
One point I have missed it. What is that point? Quick access menu also I showed you. So on which tab you are there, and if you click on the quick access menu, it will take you to that object detail page simply. Okay, that we have seen. Simply we can go to that object directly. Any questions, other questions?